Hello everyone and welcome to my fourth video for the month of April for Kitaholic Kits. Don't you just love the sexy voice? I'm coming off the end of about 5 days now of laryngitis, so I apologise for the husky voice, but that's all I've got. Anyway, you can see here that I cut out the die cuts. I used my silhouette machine to cut out these shapes that I got from the website, and I did 2 pages of them, or multiple ones of the flowers, because I knew I wanted to do some paper piercing. Piercing? No, paper piecing. Anyway, as you can see, I've glued them onto some of the little squares, and I have a funny action when I start cutting. I go all the one direction, then I turn it around and cut all in the opposite direction. Didn't make you watch it though, because that'd be pretty boring. Then I decided I wanted some more coloured paper, so I made my own. Used the sprays and one of my own from Lindy's Stamp Gang to colour up these pieces of paper to get different coloured flowers for the layout, and quite a few leaves. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch me cut all of these out either, because it was a long process. Thank goodness for YouTube videos on the laptop while I was doing this. And as you can see, lots of rubbish there. And I added some black enamel from Ranger, I forgot what it's called, to the centre of all the flowers, just to finish them off and add that little bit extra. Some have a lot in the middle and some don't. And when I started this, I actually started it a few days ago and then I went away. That's when I got sick. But I really can't even remember what photo I was going to use originally. But I found these of myself taken last year using Snapchat, and I thought, that's actually going to make quite a good layout. So they're the ones I'm using, crazy faces and all. So I've used this grey just to give it a bit of backing around the photos, just to put them together. I like to stick them down on a piece of paper like this just so they don't move, and it's much easier to position them on my layout. As you can see, I trimmed down this piece to make a smaller square inside of that blue piece. And I suppose I could have cut out some of the backing of the blue one, but I was being just a little bit lazy, I suppose, or I forgot about it at the time. So you can see here I also die cut these fronds or leaves out and coloured them with the green Kaiser Craft spray, and I've just using a bit of glue to stick them down so they're in the position and I don't move them and get them in the wrong spot. You may have noticed there's some foam behind my photos to give a bit of dimension, and now I'm going around and positioning the flowers. I don't actually plan these. I've said this before. Honestly, I just pick them up and stick them down and see what happens. And luckily, it kind of works. Just in the right spots. I decide this green one here, it's going to need some dimension as well. So a little bit of foam behind that. And that way it sits at the same height as the photo. And I'm just really lucky, I suppose, that I've jagged it, that it fitted in perfectly there. I'm adding some leaves and just building. As you can see, it's quite symmetrical. What I'm putting on one side, I'm making sure it's repeated on the other, except for this random yellow flower at the top there. Don't ask me why I put it there, just felt that's where it balanced it out. You know, as I've said many times, I don't plan this beforehand. I just go with the flow. Here I pulled out one of the stickers because I thought it actually fitted, just the saying fitted well. Like, nice shot, a bit of sarcasm. I'm known for a bit of sarcasm. Another bit of frame that was sitting on the desk, and I thought, oh yeah, that'll go well there. And I wanted the title to say #Snapchat, and I've using some of these leather stamps that I've had for absolute years, but thought, oh well, makes a good title because I had this hashtag in foam from my stash. I've had it for a while actually. It comes from a Pebbles range, I think, from memory. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch me cut all these out either, but individually cut them out and going to stick them down. And once again, I just started from that frame, thought, yep, that's the right position for them, and I'm just lucky it works. It gave me a nice little spot for the G between the stamped letters and the leaves, and it just fits on perfectly. Really lucky, I think. These are from the die cut or the ephemera packet, black and white leaves, just to bring in a bit more black. I've noticed I'm starting to get some few pieces of black in this layout. Those centres of the flowers stand out nicely, and I'm going to continue to build on that with embellishments as I'm going. I did contemplate just leaving it very heavy in that bottom right hand corner, but I don't know, it's becoming a bit of a habit, I suppose. I started making a cluster up in that top left hand corner just from little pieces. For me, it just balances it out, gives an entry point to start looking into the layout. As you can see, I'm pulling out the puffy stickers and adding just a few little quotes to the page just to add those little bit of extra, that when you look at the page, there's something a little more to draw your eye in. As you can see, gluing on a few of these acrylic stars, just the black and white ones, and then a few wooden ones, trying to make sure I'm using up all the pieces from the kits that I've got. And even after 4 layouts, I still have a lot of product left over. So I can see there's definitely going to be a 5th, if not a 6th layout from this month. Finishing off with some enamel dots. And that's it. A really girly layout for me this time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to pop on over to the Kitaholic Kits website. Till next time, see you later.